Okay, I think we're live. So, welcome to my first ever live. Appreciate that this is kind of random, last minute. So, if you do join, thank you. I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. Gonna have a spin session anyway, so I figured why not jump on live and maybe answer some questions. The kids are asleep upstairs, so if you see me dash off like it's an emergency, it's because they're crying. So feel free, anyone, to ask me any questions. Otherwise, I'm kind of just gonna sit here and maybe rant, maybe talk about anything, to be honest. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome. First comment on the first ever live stream goes to August. And I thought also that this could be quite a fun thing to do quite often. And, have this sort of Sunday session where we can be doing this together. Obviously, I can't see you, but you can see me. And we can just do this together if you've got no one else to talk to. My setup is just, I've got this laptop desk, mini laptop thing, and I just put it over the handlebars of my spin bike. If I'm not using an ironing board, like you may have seen in my video, I'll use this. It's just a bit simpler, a bit less busy, a bit easier to do. And this is just from IKEA. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I think I kind of recall that episode, to be fair. Think of it as less dystopian, more of, if we're doing it anyway, why not do it together? And it would feel less weird if you were actually working out yourself. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. If it's an appropriate time, then why not bust out some push-ups? If you've got kettlebells, grab some of those. Anything really, do some star jumps. Why not? 350. That's cool. It's a decent time for you. It's 9:51 p.m. where I am at the minute. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I've got my microphone here. I did try and do like a little lav mic thing, but it didn't work. So I don't know how much of this spin bike you can hear in the speakers or in the microphone. Awesome. Thank you. That's awesome, Zion. Well done, brother. That's what it's all about. Spreading the love. Hey, man, we all have some ice cream every now and then. I'm not perfect. Believe me. I'm working on my next video at the minute. I'm doing like a 7-day challenge because I want to try and get something out a bit quicker for you guys. So I should finish that. I think the last day is Tuesday, and it might take me, I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 days to edit that, just because I've got to try and fit the editing in somewhere, and it's the thing that I dislike the most is the editing. Just very annoying to me. But then saying that, when I watch it, I'm like, damn, you know what? I actually did quite good there. So more stuff coming out soon. South Africa. Man, that's mad. Welcome to everyone else that's joining. Like I was saying earlier, I was planning on doing a spin session anyway, although it took me a minute to try and get this set up, as you see, working. But yeah, got to do it anyway, so why not do a live? I know some people were saying that they've got questions, so feel free to ask if you have any. Otherwise, let's just power it out. If anyone's interested, heart rate is 99. Active calories burnt is 44. I got my favorite ever YouTube video on the TV. I've probably watched this more than any other video ever. If anybody's interested, it's Shy, and it's his journey across the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Trying my best. How many calories was I burning a day on average? So on my watch, I was aiming to burn 2,000 calories at least minimum per day. So I would, if I was riding to work in the morning, the second I step out the door, I would select outdoor cycle on my watch, and then when I got to work and stepped off the bike, I would turn it off, and that would be, my bike exercise in the morning. Those calories would be added up. When you sit around, I think your watch also adds those calories on top of that sort of thing. So if you're walking to the toilet, blah blah, like the simple things, they all add up. But yeah, I was tracking everything on the watch. 2,000 calories per day was my aim, and I would feel good if I went to somewhere around 2,300 or 2,500 calories burnt. But Satan, thank you for the question, by the way, brother. There is a video on my channel called How I Lived Like David Goggins and Lost 36 plus pounds, and I show the food that I ate, the training that I did, talk about the calories and stuff like that. So check that out if you want to know a little bit more detail. How do you stay so consistent? I don't know. I've always been active as a kid. I never really sat indoors. I always went out to play with my friends. You know, we would come home, I would get dressed, we would immediately go to my friend's house. So much so that my mum felt that she needed to start paying my mum's friend money because I would stay at their house so often and eat all their food. But we would always be playing out in the street, play basketball in school, played a little bit of soccer. But yeah, that's about it. And then obviously when you leave high school, my weight has fluctuated through the years like crazy. There's pictures of me when I was a kid and I was a big fat thing, and then I slimmed down when I started playing basketball, and then I left school, went to college, got a bit chubbier again. Then somewhere along the line, started going to the gym with my friend, got a bit fitter. But then, you meet a new girl, you start sort of letting go of yourself, packing on the pounds again. So when I met my partner, I started to not go to the gym so often, basically, and ended up putting on a load of weight. We had kids, packed on even more weight, tried to still kind of do a little bit of exercise here and there, but I was kind of like trying to fit it in where I could, but also doing it half-assed. And then one day, I don't know when, maybe I want to say, so okay, let me add this. During COVID, so during the first lockdown, I wanted to try and get fit or do something. So I tried to skip, and somehow, I don't know why, my knees ended up getting destroyed to the point where I literally could not get off this sofa you're seeing here or walk up the stairs around there without being in a ridiculous amount of pain. And it took me a while, but I managed to find some decent exercises that helped me overcome that. I think it was like plantar fasciitis or something like that. It was just a lot of pain in this part of my knee. I can't really remember if it was down or up, but it was very painful. Ended up finding the exercises, which I have done some short videos actually on the exercises that helped me for anybody that does have bad knees. And yeah, eventually got into kettlebells through Joe Rogan's podcast with a Russian guy called, I want to say his name is Pavel Soloni or something like that. Yeah, that podcast really just kind of captured me. Then ended up finding Every Goddamn Dre on Instagram, who is just like an absolute wow, just a massive resource of knowledge on kettlebells. Obviously, there's lots of other YouTubers, Instagrammers that post content, stuff like that. So you can find loads of stuff on Instagram. Got into decent shape about 2 years ago, and then got back out of shape just through being lazy. But this time I got into way better shape than I ever did before. How do I stay consistent? I don't know. When I'm sitting down, I just feel like I'm lazy. I'm just being lazy. And obviously I've packed on weight before, and I just know what can happen. When I'm sitting down doing nothing, I know what's next. So it's kind of like, how many times can you let that happen to yourself before you get your act together? So it's literally just about trying to find whatever moment I can. Like The kids are asleep now. It's 10 o'clock at night. My partner is working a night shift. What am I going to do? I can choose to play the PlayStation, or I can choose to get on the spin bike and exercise, or I can choose to go and get the kettlebells and exercise. It's a choice at the end of the day. You gotta try and force yourself and train yourself to make the right choice, I guess. And at the end of the day, when you get kids, you start to realize some things are way more important than others. And I want to be a good role model. I want to be healthy and strong and fit and be able to run with my kids. I want to be able to protect my kids. I want them to know that I'm strong, that I can be a protector. And I want any potential threats to know that I'm strong and that I'm a protector. Massively important. If you've ever seen, like, there's some crazy videos out there about like predators talking about how they would target certain children, and they would basically look at whether they felt like the father was a threat. So if you've got kids, I mean, Jesus, if that's not motivation enough, I don't know what is. Be a threat to any outside predator. That's how I feel, at least. So thank you, Alvin. That's kind of, I don't know, I kind of went off on a tangent there. Give you a bit of backstory. You ever do any weighted vest workouts? John. Wow, John. You kind of stumbled across my next video there, mate, which will be out in about a week or so. And I don't know if you can see, probably over there is a major part down that side of the room is the subject of my next video, which will be weighted. So thank you, John. Thank you, Mathis. Appreciate you, brother. Do you track the calories you eat to know how much of a deficit you are in when losing weight? Improvement mentality. Is that a girl or a boy? I can't see. Thank you for the question. When I'm trying to lose fat, absolutely. As I mentioned in my How I Lived Like David Goggins video, I aimed for around 1,100 to, I think it was, I can't remember exactly, 1,500, I want to say, calories per day. And at the start of things, I was kind of playing around with diets, and then playing around with foods. And you just kind of find what works for you. You have to track everything you're putting in. And then hopefully eventually you'll find certain foods that fill you more, certain foods that taste better when you have them over and over again. And I just stick to that. So that for me was the slow roasted salmon and the chicken breasts with feta and tomatoes. Just trying to eat healthy. I stayed away from all processed sugar. Didn't have any rice, didn't have any potatoes. Anything else, all kind of starches. And sugar for me is a massive one because I am a sugar addict. I love sweets, cakes, chocolate is massive to me. I love it so much. But yeah, had to stay away from it. I'm literally an all or nothing person. I'm either all in or completely out. There's no in between for me, which is probably not great. Potentially for longevity reasons. But yeah, that's just how I find that I am. So yes, I do try to track my calories. And obviously once I know, I don't have to track every day if I'm eating the same thing every time. Some people can do that. Some people need to switch it up a lot. I found that it was actually quite easy for me to stay with the same foods because, again, it made it easier. Didn't have to worry about, oh, let me find out how much this is. Of course, if I was like extra hungry or something, I could think, okay, wow, if I'm going to have some scrambled eggs because I'm starving, I need to go for an extra 30, 40, 60 minutes on the spin bike maybe or something, just to sort of not end up plateauing. What should you do if the weight stops going down? Again, that was something that I was concerned about because it has happened to me before. And honestly, can't give you a definite answer, mate, Alvin. There's lots of different things you can do. Some people might say like switching up your diet might help. I literally just found that going ham on everything was what worked for me. So what you see me here do now, 21 minutes and 37 seconds, I was doing this for 2 hours at the end of the night. That's after I went for a run in the morning, after I cycled to work, after I went for a run at lunch, after I cycled home, after I got home, started to prepare dinner, again had a little bit of a cycle on the spin bike, went outside to do some pull-ups, push-ups. I just literally went as hard as I could on everything and tried to really be strict with what I ate and had no sugar at all. You have plantar fasciitis as well? Yeah, it was a pain, man. Hurt like hell. Like I say, Mathis, I've got some videos. I think they're shorts. I did have some longer ones on the channel, but I made them invisible just because they were just performing so bad. But there is a short video showing the main exercise that I used to help my knees, and that was massive for me. Do you have a problem with all the sweat during the day? Because I don't want to smell like sweat all day. Marco, I get it. I mean, I'm super lucky in that I'm not a very smelly person. I can sweat like crazy, and like it's been 23 minutes and I don't smell. A bit of that, I had problems sweating when I was a teenager. I think that's because of your hormones and stuff. I am naturally a very sweaty person. My girlfriend, my partner, takes the mick out of me all the time. I'm always too hot. I'm always sweating. We go to the shops, I'm sweating. Sitting in the car, I'm sweating. So I run hot always. I'm always too hot. So I'm always very sweaty, but thankfully I don't smell too much. I would say if you are someone that can have a problem with being smelly, like my work has showers. I don't know if your work does or if your college does, but maybe take some wet wipes or something and some deodorant in your backpack. I don't shower until night. I don't shower in the morning. I only shower in the evenings. So yeah, thankfully I don't sweat too much. Also, if you're exercising, choose clothes that will not hold on to sweat, that can dry very quickly. Like this t-shirt, it's like it's probably like 95% polyester. and maybe 1%, well, 5% cotton or something like that. I've got my own website that I'm trying to create, my own brand, which is called Brute Fitness. I do have a t-shirt on there that is like that at the minute. But you can get them from Nike, whatever. Choose the right clothes. Try and stay as cool as possible. Hey man, great inspiration for me. Started running 3 days ago. Greetings from Germany. Greetings, brother. Thank you. That's awesome. Mr. Nightsense. That's awesome, brother. Well done. Running for me. So again, if you've seen any of my videos from January this year was really when I started my journey, in that I committed to running 30 minutes every single day for at least for the first 30 days of January. And then things happened. I ended up having to have surgery, but that's all documented in the video. So there was maybe like 3 days where I couldn't properly run, but I was still walking immediately after the surgery. And then the second that I felt like I could even slightly jog, I just went back for it again. And I've probably ran 95% of the time since then, every single day. What's your gym workout like? I don't go to the gym, mate. Jermaine. I work out at home. I have gone to the gym in the past. I just feel like, honestly, for the amount you spend in a year at the gym, you could take that money, which is maybe like if you're paying like 30 quid a month, you know, you're paying hundreds of pounds or dollars a year for that gym membership. And, you know, I've got 3 kettlebells over there. Obviously, the bigger you get, the more expensive they are. One cost me probably 30 quid, another 40 quid, and another maybe 50 quid or something, I don't know. And that's just a hell of a lot cheaper. This thing I got off Facebook Marketplace during one of the lockdowns, and it was maybe, I want to say, 100, 150 pound. So yeah, and also I bought the how is it called? The pull-up bar outside that you see in some of my videos, with points that I collected from a supermarket. When I buy my shopping, we get points. It's called Nectar Points. If you're in the UK, you'll probably know that. You can collect Nectar Points when you fill up your car with fuel. I think also I could use my American Express points, transfer them into Nectar Points. I can't remember if I did that or not, if I'm making that up. But it's the same kind of concept as American Express points. And I used that, and I didn't even pay a penny to buy that pull-up bar. So that's basically my gym setup at home. I don't have a dedicated space. I literally, this space here, or this space here, is where I work out, or obviously outside in the garden as well. And I basically got almost all of my kettlebell routines from Every Goddamn Dre off Instagram, and yeah, bust those out. There is a routine that I do in my last video, which was the How I Live Like David Goggins video, where I'm turning it up. It feels too easy. Where I did a routine in that video that you can check out. Because I'm running so much and stuff, I'm not doing so many squats that That's what I will say. Just because I don't want my legs to be killing me when I'm running in the morning. I'm running at lunch, which, to be fair, thinking about it, Goggins would not like that thought process. He would say, "Stop being a bitch." So yeah, thank you for that, Jermaine. What kettlebell weights do you use, and what weights would you recommend to a beginner? I'm thinking around 15 to 20 pounds, 6 to 8 kg, but I'm not sure. Yeah, absolutely. I would say start around there for a beginner. My first kettlebell was I think it's 12 kg. So right around there. And then I bought an 8 kg one, thinking that my partner would use it, and she never did. But actually, it's a really good weight for things like shoulder exercises. That's what I use. And again, yeah, Mathis, check out Every Goddamn Dre on Instagram, and he's got so much. Oh, let me type his name, because you might not be understanding what I'm saying. I can't remember. I think Joe Rogan's talked about him. I don't think he's actually been on the podcast. It's like that, Every Goddamn Dre. So yeah, he's absolutely awesome and has so many different exercises you can use. There are some others. I can try and find for you one day. Ever considered doing a martial arts challenge? To be honest, I have. My neighbour goes to martial arts. He's messed up his neck though doing it, because somebody just went a bit too ham on him for no reason, and that's what I'm worried about. On top of my knee problems that I've had, I also slipped a disc. So I've got a herniated disc, one of the lower discs, I can't remember which one it is, from doing an exercise in the gym where I was literally bent over like this, I can't remember what it's called, and I pulled it up like that, and I basically collapsed in the gym in absolute agony. Ended up having an MRI. Said I've got a slip disc, so it was torn, and then the cartilage around the disc was thickening, so it was kind of squeezing my disc a little bit, they said. So I've also had problems with my back, and I've done plenty of exercises there to try and strengthen that also. I can't remember what's the question. Oh yeah, the martial arts one. So again, that's another concern, especially with having a family. I don't want to be out a lot, sort of struggling with my back and neck. But never say never. I guess if I think of a great challenge, I would absolutely consider it. Thank you, Bob. Absolute inspiration. I'm down 25 pounds since June. How do you prevent chafing while on the bike? Kenneth, wow, brother. That is awesome. Congratulations, 25 pounds. That's awesome, man. Well done. Thank you. How do I prevent chafing? I don't have much chafing problems, to be honest, mate. I'm assuming you're on about the seat. I do have immense pain in my arse and around my balls when I'm riding my bike. It can be incredibly painful to the point where I get like random shooting pains, and I've been to the doctors, and I don't know if this is linked or not, but I have been to the hospital because I do get a lot of pains in that region, which may be because of the bike. So I'd probably say make sure you got decent underwear. Depends what underwear you're wearing. But I know you can get anti-chafing cream. Yeah, like that chamois butter that person, Mr. Nightsens, is talking about. I would do that. But otherwise, I'm actually all right. I don't get any kind of chafing. Thank you for the question, brother. Yo, bro, are you still at it with the David Goggins workout? Essentially, yeah. I'm not so strict with the diet because of the challenges I'm doing. I'm just trying to consume more calories. But yeah, I'm still biking every morning, running at lunch, biking home, using the spin bike, pull-ups, you name it. But not necessarily aiming to try. Like, I haven't weighed myself in maybe like a month. My name is Ryan, brother. Ryan. Zoom 51. How long are you spinning for? I don't know. Maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. When I was doing the challenge, I would sometimes, there was times when I literally went for 3 hours in the evening on the spin bike, which sounds insane. I get it. But yeah, I was a man on a mission. But yeah, I've got some pretty intense challenges that I'm planning after this one that I'm going to complete. It's a pretty intense one that I've got to admit I'm kind of worried about. I don't know if I can actually do it, and that's what's worrying me. So stay tuned for that one. Hang on. Ryan, I'm 18, full-time job, renting a house. How can I start losing weight and how should I train? Well, I tell you what, mate, if you're 18, full-time job and renting a house, you're far ahead in life. Far further ahead in life than I was at 18, because I was still living at home and I can't even remember if I had a full-time job. I don't think I did. I was probably like maybe a part-time job a couple of times at the weekend. So well into you, bro. Properly got your stuff together. I would say, I'm assuming that you're single. Not that that matters too much, but I'm also assuming that you've not got kids. So your time should be fairly free outside of your job, depending on how many hours you work. So you've got choices, mate. You either try and get it in before work, or what I did when I didn't have kids, didn't have a girlfriend, is I would leave work and head immediately to the gym and be there for 2 hours or whatever. But if you don't really like going to the gym for whatever reason, whether you got social anxiety or whatever, or you just don't like the vibes of gyms, get yourself some stuff at home. Get yourself a spin bike off Facebook Marketplace or eBay or whatever. Get yourself some kettlebells. Find someone on Instagram, find someone on YouTube, copy the workouts, and just make it the same as if you're brushing your teeth. You know, you don't think about brushing your teeth, you just do it. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. It's part of your process. It's part of your routine. Same way you get up and put your underwear on. You get up, put your underwear on, put your running shoes on, and you go. You don't even think about it. It's not even a, should I go running today? It's, now I've got to go for a run. Now I've got to brush my teeth. Now I've got to eat. Now I've got to do some kettlebells. Now I've got to whatever. Don't even think about it. And again, there's lots of different ways to lose weight. Some people say they never do cardio and they lose weight. Whether they're just super strict with their diet or whatever. I found that why I did it in my last video was what worked for me. So yeah, lots of different ways, mate. Find what works for you. There's definitely no one way to lose weight. Fasting is something that's really helped me as well, if that's something you might be interested in. And also, if you gain muscle, it's easier to lose fat. How tall are you? I'm 6'2", Abraham. Which I know a lot of people have asked me, to be honest, in the comments, because I didn't put it in my original Goggins, Living Like Goggins video. And I don't know why. I didn't really think about it. But yeah, I'm 6'2". 6'2". Yeah, so your nearest gym is 11k. You could run to the gym. That's what Goggins might say. You could run to the gym. You could definitely ride to the gym. 10k is not much. 11k is not much. But yeah, otherwise, the world can be your gym, literally. Run, bike, kettlebell. Yeah, exactly. Like Shizuki Streams is saying, you can hit every muscle with dumbbells or kettlebells. There's so many different variations you can use. Loads of different body weight exercises you can use. Look into calisthenics. I think that's an amazing sort of, I would almost call it an art form. Some of the stuff that people do. Like, I want to get so much better at pull-ups. There's loads of like planks and holds that I'd love to be able to do. So yeah, really look into calisthenics, because that's something you can do at home, most definitely. Yeah, Kazman, fasting is really good for the health. I recommend fasting 2 times a week. I fast personally every single day, so like at least 18 hours. Which I spoke about in the video. You can fast. So I used to. So I would fast for 24 hours on a Friday. So if I was at work, and I would have lunch at 12. If you eat at lunch on work on a Friday, I'll get there in the end. And then don't eat until midday the next day. That's a 24-hour fast. And I don't know why. I always felt like it was the easiest way to do it on a Friday. And now I just do it from like 8 p.m. till 3 or 4 p.m. the next day. Do you recommend spin bike? Absolutely. I love the spin bike. My partner hates it because it's always in the living room, but I love it. I use it all the time. There have been times when I wasn't losing weight that I didn't use it. But yeah, use it all the time. And also fasting. When I say I'm fasting, I do drink black coffee when I fast. I drink water and black coffee. And the MCT oil I used a lot when I was doing the Goggins challenge. Not so much normally when I fast. Lawyer up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you for being interested in the journey, brother. Is this enough to buy some kettlebells? Is what enough to buy kettlebells? What do you mean, like, is it just enough to buy kettlebells and dumbbells and a pull-up bar? It is. You can do so much. I'm telling you, look up every goddamn Dre. There are so many variations. The kettlebell is, in my opinion, the most versatile piece of gym equipment that you could ever own. You can do everything with it. And this is from Zaristophanes Frogs. What practice has helped you the most get back into the discipline zone? Probably so this is, I'm going to give you two answers here. One is just trying to find or using the time that I have, as in like realizing that there's so much of the day that I'm not or wasn't using effectively. You know, I used to drive to work in the morning. I only work 5 miles away. It's a 25-minute bike ride. So I started to ride the bike. At lunch, loads of people go sit in the canteen, eat crappy food, go smoke, whatever. I've always been someone that wanted to get out at lunch. I used to go out at lunch, drive into like the countryside and walk around for a little bit. And then I started to ride my bike in the countryside. And then I decided I'm just going to run at lunch. So yeah, just using your time. And the second part to that answer is listening to David Goggins. To be honest, mate, that man lit a fire under my ass. I can't tell you how much of his story is similar to my own. I won't go into detail, but there's so much crap that he went through that I've been through. And yeah, it spoke to me like it probably has spoke to lots of people that have watched my video. Maybe one day I'll go into more detail about it. But for now, it's better left than said. And it's all up here. And I just use that as fuel. I lost where I was now. Oh, there we go. Whereabouts in England do I live? I live in the West Midlands, mate, Daniel. So by Birmingham and Coventry. Do you weight train when you're fasting? I do. I actually prefer Abraham training when I'm fasted. I hate exercising when I've got a full stomach because I always feel sick. And it just slows me down and makes me sleepy, makes me tired, which is why I love fasting. I do 90 99% of my exercise fasted, which for my next challenge, I might have to switch up a little bit because it's going to be very intense. But yeah, for the most part, I prefer training fasted, whether it's running, spin bike, kettlebells, always train fasted. Or if I've ate, it's going to be like at least 2-3 hours after I've ate that I can train without feeling sick, which is why I just try and do it before I eat. Good stuff. Thank you, brother. I don't know, maybe one day, like I keep saying, it's all just part of the process. I don't understand why you have more followers. All part of the process. It's just going to make the story greater when we get there, brother. What advice would you give for those who who lack discipline and give up to temptations? What advice would I give? I would say that no one's perfect, mate. Absolutely no one is perfect. And I failed so many times at losing weight, failed so many times at becoming the person that I wanted to be, failed so many times at trying to run. My knees and ankles and back have been so bad that I can never run the way I'm running now, and I still cannot believe that I'm able to run the way I can. So just don't give up. Keep trying. Understand that every failure is just is something you can turn into a lesson, something you can learn from, something you can build upon. It's not the last time that you're going to try. Understand that. Just keep going. Give up to temptations. Maybe, if you eat a cake, it's not the end of the world at the end of the day. It depends what your goal is. What's your temptation? Figure out why you're doing that. Try and understand yourself a bit more. Why am I eating that cake? Can I replace that cake with going out and exercising? Can I don't know, meditate? What is it? What's your temptations that you're giving up on or you're giving to? Maybe look at the people around you, to be honest, mate. If someone's giving you cake all the time, you might have to have a conversation with them and say, stop bloody buying me cake. Which when I used to live with my mum, I would have those conversations often because she would feed me, as mums do. She would feed me too much. What advice would you give for those who lack? Oh, I've just answered that one. Monsef, thank you, brother, for the question. Your average hours player. I just want to know what motivated you. My kids, mate, to be honest. I want to live longer. I want to live as long as possible. I want to be as strong as possible. I want to be as fit as possible. I want to be a great example. I want them to want those things. I can't force them, but if they see me living that life, then maybe they'll want those things also. I only use... Oh, to be fair, and your average hours player, what else motivated me? David Goggins' audiobook, pure and simple. Massively motivated me. That guy is like... And I know he talks about, some people listen or read the book and they'll get motivated, but what happens when you have a bad day? That motivation disappears. It's not just about motivation, it's about discipline. It's about building a foundation. It's about having reasons, knowing what your mission is. And You know, when you have a bad day, have something in your locker that you can use to push through. I only use kettlebell for stability, really, to warm up. For bench, I lay down and have a kettlebell in my hand and do press movement. Yeah, again, that's just another way. Thank you, Shizuki. That's another way that a kettlebell can be used. It doesn't have to be your main exercise. It can be anything. Zoom 51, good brother. And thank you, Shizuki, for helping a brother out. I appreciate it. And while we're on that subject, I'm thinking of setting up I always forget what the bloody website's called. Discord. So I've noticed a lot of people helping each other out in the chats, in the comments on my videos. And I'm thinking it would be something really interesting to use as like a Discord group where we can basically help each other, motivate each other, hold each other accountable, have someone there when you're struggling, have a community and a group that can just help each other. So yeah, I've set up a Discord. I need to like set up the rules and everything. So yeah, that's something that I'm thinking to launch very soon, because like I say, exactly like Shizuki did, helped a brother out, and that's exactly what it's about. It's just helping each other and spreading love, spreading positivity. And we can do lots of things. I think we can do lives like this on Discord, and even everybody have the camera on, and everyone be doing a session. So that would be, I think, something really cool that I could implement. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I can send you a chat when it's live. Although I'll probably announce it on one of these lives that it's live. How do I get rid of left wrist pain? Don't know about that, brother. I know that I've seen actually, so you can get literally a thick piece of wood, and I'll show you, like that thick, or maybe even thinner, to be honest. So this is the TV controller. You tie a rope around it, string, to a plate or a really small kettlebell on the end, and you twist it so that the rope winds up around it and the weight lifts up, and that motion is strengthening your wrists. So that's a great way to strengthen your wrists, because wrist pain is probably come from some kind of, it might be overuse, but I'm assuming that it's going to be because of underuse and just weakness in that area when you do push-ups. So yeah, implement some wrist strengthening exercises. Think about how you're positioning your hands. So you can position your hands like this, and you're going to target more of your inner chest. You can spread them out a bit, and it's going to be kind of, I guess, general chest. And you can also do a wider grip push-up. Where did you purchase your kettlebells from? Are they products of a specific company? You can just look on Amazon. Mine are from, I'm not sure where you are, Mathis, but in Europe there's a sports shop called Decathlon. So my kettlebells are from Decathlon. I actually really like those, because sometimes you can get kettlebells that have these stupidly large handles or like oversized body, and to do like kettlebell swings, it's just really difficult. The ones from Decathlon are really nice, great size, easy to throw around. So There are obviously other companies that provide kettlebells like that, but that's just the easiest one that I found, and they're probably also the cheapest. How much did you spend on the bike and the laptop holder? Laptop holder, mate, is like I was saying at the start, it's from IKEA, so that's probably, I don't know, I want to say £10 in British pounds. The bike was maybe 150 from Facebook Marketplace, so second hand. How did your life change in many aspects? I just want to say, compared to when you started about 3 months ago, you've clearly lost a lot of weight and your arms are a lot more muscular. So how did your life change in many aspects? In every kind of aspect, I guess, mate. I need a bit more of a specific question. How did it change? It changed in so many different ways. Obviously, my fitness is the biggest aspect. Like, okay, I'll give you this example. So from when I first started running, the reason I started running, or one of the reasons I started running, is because I was getting heart palpitations and I was feeling super anxious, super stressed. And my heart palpitations were happening at work all the time. I was stressed at work, stressed for so many different reasons, money reasons, average family reasons. It was just killing me. Literally felt like I was moments away from having a heart attack. Fast forward, where are we now? We're at the start of August, so 7 months, and my heart and cardiovascular system is amazing. It's in amazing shape. I haven't had heart palpitations for I don't know how long. It might even have stopped after those first initial 30 days of running. I actually now get notifications on my watch to say that your heart rate is dangerously low when I'm at work. So my resting heart rate can now be anywhere from around 43 beats per minute to like 50 beats per minute. I can't remember what it was before. I can maybe look that up for you one day, but it made a massive, massive difference to my just mental health. Running has been, I can't even explain it. It's just been monumental to me, mate. Pure Night Edits. Yo, dude, I remember when you had 300 subs. I know, me too, brother. It's crazy, honestly, but there's been so much positive response. And I thank everyone that's liked and subscribed and shared the videos. It's massive. And thank you everyone that's watching now. I really appreciate it. It's huge for me. It's huge for my family. It's huge for the potential of my future. So thank you so much. I'll be doing like 15-30 minutes of biking, like 3 times a week. Yeah, walking is really good. Walking is really, really good as well. Can you just do the thing where you grab the rice? This could strengthen those wrists. I'm not sure what rice thing you're on about, mate, but I imagine it's probably the same kind of thing. If you can get a video or find a video for him. What was the full David Goggins routine you did? I would like to know. Declan, mate, I just posted a video a couple of weeks ago, to be honest, called How I Lived Like David Goggins and Lost 36 pounds. And that tells you what I ate, how I trained, calories and all that sort of info. I'm 13 and I'm doing the 4x4 18 in 2 days. Is that the one where you run? I don't know what that one is, mate. Is it the one where you run every so many hours or whatever? I don't know if you've done it. Any tips in speeding up recovery after runs? I think it is that one you're talking about. I haven't done it, but I would probably say try and get as much rest as possible. Stretch if possible. And yeah, just enjoy it, mate. I guess is it 2 days or something? Yeah, I think it's 2 days. I can't imagine you would have too much going on after that. I mean, it depends on your level of running. At 13, your body is probably pretty decent at recovering anyway. So good luck and well done for doing that at 13, mate, because I'm telling you now, I would never have done that at 13. I was a lazy bastard. What's the highlight of your life so far? Kids, mate. 2 beautiful children I got upstairs. I love them to death, like you can't imagine. I'm a big lover. I love to give hugs, kisses, tell people that I love them, cook for them, show them that I love them. It's massive to me. And I love to do that for my kids. Thank you, Shizuki. Appreciate it, brother. Good night. How much you gave for the smartwatch? I've got a link in some of my videos for the smartwatch. I think it was about £300. But honestly, of all the purchases I've ever made, an Apple Watch is possibly one of the best purchases I've ever made, for the fact that it just made my health more available to me. Like, I could see how many calories I was burning, I could see what my heart rate was, and that's just information I didn't have before. And it put it right there for me to see it, and it just gave me a way of holding myself accountable and gave me targets that I could aim for. So yeah, I think, to be honest, I think I paid for this monthly. I didn't pay for it outright. So you might be thinking, 300 quid, Jesus. Yeah, same, mate. But honestly, it's really worth it, especially you can go on Amazon. Sometimes they do like 5 monthly payments. I can't remember where I got mine from now, to be honest. What's your current weight? I said earlier that I haven't weighed myself in probably about 4 weeks. What did I get down to? I got down to like 93 kg. I can't remember what that is in pounds. I'm going to say I'm probably about 95, something like that. 95, 96. But to be honest, I surprise myself sometimes. When I do weigh myself, I'm way lower than I actually thought I am. How much cardio, running and cycling do you do each week? Each week, my phone's down there. Well, it's exactly the same as what it was in the David Goggins video, bar I don't do so many hours at night on the spin bike every night. Like now, we've been going for 70 minutes. When I'm not trying to lose fat, this is not what I'm doing every single day. So every day I ride to work, I run at lunch, I ride home, then I'll do a workout at home, whether it be pull-ups, kettlebells, or potentially the spin bike. I don't know what all that adds up to be honest, mate. You can probably see that in the Goggins video. He's still losing weight. Not trying to, but not trying to. If that makes sense. I'm not weighing myself, so I'm not actively trying to lose weight, no. But I will revisit the losing the weight. It's just that I want more energy for the stuff that I'm doing right now. Do I feel like I have more mobility? Do you know what? One of the craziest things that I noticed the other day when I took the kids to the park is that I felt like a kid again. I bounced and jumped and ran around the park like I was bloody 6 years old again. And I didn't have any pain. And I was just sort of like I was doing it. And I realized in my head, I was like, Jesus, I haven't moved like this and I don't know how many years. So yes, I do feel like I have more mobility, but I definitely need to focus on stretching more because I just haven't done it enough. And I do feel like when I'm in bed and I stretch at night or in the mornings, I immediately start to get a cramp. So I need to focus on stretching more. But I might do a video on that. You're killing it, bro. Inspiration to many. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate you, brother. I sit on pillows when, this is from Francis, I sit on pillows when riding my exercise bike at home. Game changer. Absolutely. So what I use, and I have done that method before, Francis, because your ass can kill you when you're on a spin bike. So I've got this like padded gel seat cushion, which someone asked me about the other day in one of the comments in my videos. So I've got this padded seat thing, which I've linked in my videos, and this is also a game changer. Helps a lot because it can be very uncomfortable to cycle on the spin bike, even though they're wide seats, still not comfortable. How you got the energy while fasting for 18 hours? How tall are you? Wow, is that Philippe? Philippe, I'm 6'2". And how do I have the energy when fasting for 18 hours? I don't know. I don't feel like I don't have energy when I fast. I feel like I get more energy. I feel amazing when I fast. Some people might feel worse. I just feel better. And it might be because of my mentality when fasting, because I've thought about fasting a lot. I've had conversations about fasting a lot. I've listened to loads of podcasts about fasting. And the way I think about fasting is when you're fasting, if you think about, 100,000 years ago, the reason why a human would be fasting is because they didn't have a food source. And when they're in a fasted state, if they needed to get food, their body would have to produce the right amount of strength and energy that they would need to catch the food, to hunt the food, to prepare the food, to grow the food, whatever. And honestly, an 18-hour fast is nothing compared to what we might have had to go through 100,000 years ago, when we would have been fasting for 24, 48 hours, however many days. You might have been going for 3, 4, 5 days fasting. And your energy does. I have done a free fast. The longest I fasted was 4 days, and your energy does obviously get lower and lower. It's really great for your health. But yeah, 18 hours fast, mate. Honestly, when you think about it, it's not that long. We could go way longer without food. And if you change your mentality, I think you'll probably find that you can do an 18-hour fast like that. It's nothing, honestly. I don't have any issues with fasting and not having energy. You should try Muay Thai. Absolutely. Something I've thought about, mentioned it previously with martial arts, that my neighbour does martial arts, but I'm just concerned with things like back pain, neck pain, because I've had slipped discs, herniated discs, and I just don't want to be out for any amount of time. That's what concerns me, because he had a bad neck because someone went too crazy on him in a simple session. How do you fight temptations to eat? That's one of the problems I have. I tend to impulse eat. Absolutely. I hear where you're coming from 1,000%. How do you fight them? I honestly find that the more active I am, the less time I have to think about food. But also, I found that setting these goals, whether it be 30 days, 2 weeks, I know that is your goal, and find a way to hold yourself accountable. Like these videos have helped me massively hold myself accountable, because I've failed so many times in the past, and the video helped me hold myself accountable. So whether you record it, whether you tell someone, because the second you tell someone, and I don't mean go around telling everyone, because sometimes people, they go to the gym once and they post on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and then they never go to the gym again. But tell, your best friend or whatever, say, look, dude, in 30 days, I'm going to drop 10 pounds, 20 pounds. And, understand that if you don't make it, a person's going to look at you a certain way. So find a way of holding yourself accountable and understand that you've got a goal that you want to reach and work to it. Otherwise, you could also try, and this is very extreme, that I just did no sugar for that entire time, no sweets, no rice, no potatoes, starches, all that. But I did have fruit, and that was what helped me a lot. Fruit helped me massively, so I would give that a try. Fruit was something that massively helped me. Dillard B, mate, I can't actually believe that you've done that. That is, mate, that's mad. Thank you so much, Dillard. I appreciate you so much, brother. That's, I'm speechless. I'm honoured that you would even consider that. Thank you, brother. I really, really appreciate it. If you got any questions, mate, let me know, and I'll try and help you out. How much calories? How many calories have I burnt today? So today, at the minute, I'm on 1,760 calories burnt. 1,761 now. This cycling has been going on for 79 minutes and 35 seconds, and I've burned 571 calories. But I have been doing exercises in the garden on the pull-up bar, but I haven't been tracking it. I didn't do an exercise on here. The kids were in the swimming pool, and I was just exercising, but didn't put it on here. So realistically, it's more than that, but I'm not too concerned with tracking that at the minute. If I was like doing a Goggins video or trying to actively lose fat, I would have tracked it more. I'm sorry, I was back again. I was running errands. I'm not sure if you answered this. I did, mate, answer it. I can't remember how I answered it. And I just want to say, compared to when you started 3 months ago, how did my life change? I think was like the question. Or I want to say, compared to when. How did I answer it? I can't remember how I answered it, mate. I went into I went quite deep on you there, to be honest, brother. You might have to go back and watch that. I can't remember how I answered though. Mentality, I suppose. Jesus, how did I answer it? I don't know, mate. You'll have to go back. I'm sorry. But I did answer you. Have you read Goggins' book? Absolutely. I have his audiobook on repeat whenever I am not like around my family. So if I was here now on my own, I would have YouTube on, but I would also probably have David Goggins' audiobook just on repeat, both of them. As soon as I finish one, I go on to the next one, listen to it, go back to the first one, listen to it again. So constantly have David's audiobooks. If I'm riding my bike to work, I'll listen to it. If I'm running at lunch, I listen to it. If I'm running at the weekend, I listen to it. Anytime I'm doing any kind of activity, I'm listening to it. When I was outside and the kids were in the pool earlier, paddling pool, I don't have an actual big pool, little paddling pool, I was listening to David Goggins on Joe Rogan's podcast. I just listened to him on repeat, mate, honestly. It's kind of a bit weird, but there you go. I'm not sure I can do it without someone pushing me. I tried to do it myself and I always just failed. I know how you feel, brother. Chocolate chip ducky. Mate, failure is just a part of life. And I've said this before, it's not about how you fail, it's about how you pick yourself up. So when you fail, mate, try and find a way to bounce back. Make sure that you don't just quit. You know, you fail once and that's it. Oh, I failed. I'm never going to do anything ever again. It don't need to be like that, mate. Whenever you fail, get back up and go again. It's that simple. I've failed so many times to lose weight, put weight back on, never kept it off. For whatever reason, it's staying off me now. I'm just training harder, training more constantly. Feel amazing. The running has helped a lot. And yeah, stick around, mate, honestly, because I was mentioning earlier that I'm setting up a Discord. So when I announce that, absolutely join that, because I want it to be a way that people can hold themselves accountable and have someone that they can confide in, have someone that they can talk to, and just not let themselves constantly fail, but also understand that it is okay to fail, and that if you don't fail, at least sometimes you're probably not pushing hard enough, to be fair. So the fact that you're failing tells me that you're doing something that you should be doing. You just need to try a different way. I'd be, thank you, brother. I'm going to try this and make a video titled "I trained like the guy that trained like David Goggins." That's funny. It's like Inception. How much did you eat? Watch the video, mate. How I lived like David Goggins and lost 36 pounds. It was around 1,100 calories to 1,500 calories. Like I said, I would fast. When I got home, I would prepare the food. The good thing about those things is the chicken and the fish. It would only take 30 minutes to make. Salad I could make while the food was being cooked. So within 30 minutes, I had my meal. And then outside of that, I would eat fruit. And if I was really, really hungry, I would have scrambled eggs. Oh, I'm a bit tired. Does the Apple Watch track calories for exercises? If so, how? I'm thinking of getting an Apple Watch, but don't know if it's possible to track the calories burnt. That's exactly why I use it, mate. That's exactly why I've got it. NXRMN. NXRN. Yes, it tracks your calories. You can either leave it to do its own thing, or you can tell it that you're now on, like this setting that I've got on now. You're not going to be able to see it from where I am, but it's got indoor cycle, which is what I'm doing now. So it knows that I'm exercising for 86 minutes, 16 seconds. Active calories are 622. Total calories are 800. I've tried to figure out why there's two different. From what I understand is the active calories of what I burn only concentrating on this exercise bike. This is what I burn with 110 beat heart rate for almost 87 minutes. This is what I've done. This is what I burn. So 627 calories. The 807 total calories is this exercise bike plus what your watch considers what you need to stay alive. So the simple fact that your heart is beating, the simple fact that you're awake. So if you weren't on this bike, you would have burned those extra 200 calories anyway. I think. I don't know. Maybe not if you weren't on this bike. But just the simple fact that it adds just what you need to be alive on top of that. Do you watch? What watch do you use? I need a new one. I've got the Apple Watch Series 7, I think it is, mate. It's linked in my videos if you want to use those affiliate links. If you do get one, that would massively help me. But also appreciate it that you don't need to at all. If you hadn't started helping your health 3 months ago, what do you think the biggest thing you would miss out on? Honestly, I'm not missing out on anything, if I'm understanding it right. If you hadn't started helping your health 3 months ago, what do you think the biggest thing you would miss out on? Or do you mean like, if I hadn't done it, what would I have missed out? Like, what the benefits that I wouldn't have had if I didn't do it is what I'm reading that as. So, like I was saying, my heart health is just massively increased and got better. I was having heart palpitations and loads of stress, loads of anxiety, worrying about everything and anything, and all of that is gone. So that would be something that I missed out on. I would have missed out on if I hadn't started. If the other way you're thinking about it, what would I have missed out on? You mean like, have I, by exercising so much, have I missed out on something else? No, because I was just doing nothing anyway, if that's the way you're asking the question. Like, I'm just filling the time where I would have been sat here. So like December 2022, 11 o'clock on a Sunday, I would have been in bed. I would have been sat here, stuffing my face. So I'm not missing out on anything. I'm gaining something. appreciate your work, mate. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Jakob. How much sleep do you get? Or do you try to prioritize it? So, tricky question. The kids can really mess up my sleep. For example, like 5 minutes before I started this live, my son started crying while he was asleep, and I had to run up and help him, just sort of calm him down. He's 3 years old, he's going to be 4 in October, but he still can sleep pretty bad. Some nights are better than others, so that can be a pain. On the weekends, they don't let me sleep in, they wake me up in the mornings. And also, when my partner does work nights, it can keep me awake because I might need to go pick her up, or I might need to drop her off before she goes to work. So rather than going to sleep at 8 o'clock or something, I'll be awake past 10 or 11 o'clock because I drop her first. That sort of thing can mess me up. I would recommend anybody that can prioritize sleep does prioritize sleep, because I think it is incredibly helpful. But I feel like there's a point where you can oversleep. Like, if you can get a solid 8 hours a night, that should be enough for you. But also, I appreciate that some people just can't even function on 8 hours, which is mad to me. But if you're getting 8 hours, you're a lucky person. Dillard B, metabolic rate. I think you're referring to what I was talking about with my watch, which I think you're probably right, mate, is that the total calories takes into account my normal metabolic rate. Ramel Morrison, thank you for the advice. Inspirational. Thank you, brother. No worries, it's my pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Can't lie, the knees are hurting. Oh, and so is the arse. You just have to shuffle it around, give your backside a massage. I'm starting to feel tired. Like now it's 11:20 and my alarm is set for 5:30. So I already know I'm not getting 8 hours sleep. But I'm okay with it in that I can survive on it and do what I need to do. I can do the runs, I can ride the bike, I can be all right and get through it. Is it the healthiest? Probably not. Would be better for me if I got more sleep. I always just think like, well, when the kids are a bit older, I can maybe get a bit more sleep. I think we're very close to it, to be honest. We're very close. My son's nearly 4. I think his sleep should get better, fingers crossed, soon. Although I've been thinking that for the past 4 years. Anyone got any more questions? Dillard B, thank you again, brother, for that super chat. You are a legend. First ever super chat goes to Dillard B. You the man. I was 94k at 12. I'm assuming you mean kilograms. I was 94 kilograms at 12, and I'm now 14 years old and 88 kilos. Yeah, I have done cardio and lifted small weight, cut my eating down to 1,000 to 2,000 calories a day. I don't have much money, don't own a bike. I want to know what I can't do, what you can do to further improve. Push-ups, sit-ups, if possible. I don't know where you live, mate. I think it might have been you that was talking about you're quite isolated. Find, if you can, a calisthenics playground. There's none around by me, but I know that some places do have them. So yeah, look into calisthenics, because there's loads you can do with calisthenics. There's loads so I've done exercises where you can literally use your dining room chair, and you put the chair behind you and you just push up, push down for like tricep exercises. You can do, you put your arms on the chair and do push-ups, so it's like an incline push-up. You can put your feet on the chair, so it's like a decline push-up, and your hands on the floor. Loads of different push-up variations you can do. Obviously, you can do squats. You can do Hindu squats. You can, which again, I'm kind of giving away what my next video is. If you got a backpack, mate, and you got a pair of trainers, and you got any kind of weight that you can put in your backpack, you can go for a ruck. And a ruck is basically a weighted hike, or you can fast pack, so you can run with the weight in your bag, which is what I've been doing. And that is a great way to kind of add a variation to a run or a hike, is by putting weight on you. And you'll see how I've kind of benefited from that in my next video. Dillard, no problem. My friend Sam and I are currently doing the challenge. 2 days in, so far so good. Wish us luck here in Louisville, Kentucky, USA. Good luck, brother. Well done. Congrats. That's the biggest thing. It's just starting. It's great that you've got someone to do it with. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. Again, I've said this before. I have created a Discord. I need to properly set it up where we can add these success stories, have each other as companions for the people out there that don't have anyone. You can share your stories with us, share your successes, share your failures even. Talk to someone when you need someone. That's what my Discord is going to be. And in case anyone's thinking, I'm not planning on doing any charge for it either. It's going to be free to everyone. I want to create I feel like it's like sparked itself on its own, is that there's just a really great community happening in my comments section of my videos, and I want to ensure that continues. I want to nurture that, because I think that's really cool and really important, and a massive part of why I like doing videos and why I wanted to make videos is to be able to also help people. Dillard, if you're there, mate, what sort of things have you been doing in the last 2 days? What's your plan been? And what's your plan going forward? Accountability is a powerful tool. I can't wait to join the Discord. 2 years ago, I lost 60 pounds in 3 months. Wow. With a similar fasting, cycling, and jiu-jitsu routine. That's awesome. I got married and the weight slowly come on. That's awesome, Dillard, that you lost that amount of weight in 3 months. Congratulations. Yeah, again, it goes back to that accountability. So I'll try and set up the Discord ASAP, and I want to I'm going to copy your username and ensure that I can find a way to invite you. And also give you credit for the first ever super chat. Am I still training like David Goggins? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Everything you see me doing in the training like David Goggins video, I'm kind of still doing. Obviously, I'm still on the spin bike. I'm not eating so strictly just because of the challenge I'm doing at the minute. I needed a bit more energy to consume more calories. Still as slim as I was. I haven't weighed myself in about 4 weeks, I want to say, when I was 93 kg, whatever that is in pounds. But literally feel sensational in terms of fitness. And I cannot wait to show you some of the stuff that I've got in the works and planning next. Your content is really nice to watch. This is from Richard P. Your content is really nice to watch and inspiring. You are definitely going to accomplish everything, whether it's YouTube, health, or life. Good luck with the journey, brother. And thank you for inspiring. Thank you, brother. That's honestly, that means so much to me. Thank you so much. It's really nice to hear that. And I thank you massively for sharing your feedback. How do you keep yourself active through the days? I've been working out for the past 2 days, but I feel like once I finish, I have lots of free time. Wow, that, brother, for the last 2 weeks, that's an awesome problem to have if you've got loads of free time. Because there's a crap ton of ways that you can fill it. Do you have goals? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? You know, how old are you? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to go to university? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to make videos? Do you want to do something in your community? Fill it. That's all I can say, brother, is try and fill every bloody second that you've got, because one day you're not going to have a single second left. And I don't mean like work. I mean like enjoy your life to the absolute max. I feel like if I didn't have kids, I would absolutely, if you can afford it, get yourself a bike. Not just a spin bike, but I mean like a mountain bike or even a road bike, and just get out there, mate. So many cool, awesome videos on YouTube that you can watch where people are like traveling across the country on a road bike. Like there's one guy I'm watching now who's going across Sweden. He's from the US, He's going from like the most southerly part to the most northerly part of Sweden, and it's just an adventure. So many different adventures you can have. Obviously, you can't do that in an afternoon or whatever, but go out for walks. Go, get yourself a hobby. It's the biggest thing I can say is get yourself a hobby, not just something where you sit in front of like a computer and play Call of Duty or something, which believe me, I've done in my past when I was a kid. Modern Warfare 2, I was an absolute savage. But yeah, I the last time I played, to be fair, the last video that I posted, I allowed myself, I think it was 1 or 2 hours of playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is like, other than GTA, I can't even remember what the latest GTA is. Other than GTA is the newest game that I've got, which tells you how much I play computer games these days. But just find yourself a hobby, whether it's going to the gym, fishing, whatever. I run down the canal we have here in the UK at least. There's loads of people fishing out on the canal. Do that. Rock climbing is another thing. I want to do some rock climbing. I was walking through the city centre the other day, last Tuesday, and I discovered a rock climbing centre in the city centre, which I did not know was there. I think it's fairly new. Maybe I'll do a video there one day, I don't know. But we're going to take the kids there. Me and my partner are going to go there. It's pretty small, but it's something that I think is just something fun to do. And it was actually pretty cheap. Just try and find a hobby. So far, I've already been cycling, but now I've added intermittent fasting back and strength training. Taken melatonin for better sleep, which is challenging once I work third shift. Yeah, vitamins, mate, are a huge part of the lad. Well done though, for adding all those stuff in. Melatonin, I've not tried it myself for better sleep, but magnesium has changed my sleep like you can't imagine. So I know we were talking about sleep earlier. Magnesium tablet, 1 tablet before you go to sleep. Like literally, I take it and then lay down and close my eyes. It's one of the deepest sleeps you'll ever have. So magnesium is a huge one. You can also try. I've linked the magnesium that I use in all my videos. But so I just get it from Amazon. Shift work is a hard one as well. Thankfully, I don't have to do shifts. I have pretty basic working hours that I just stick to. But I can imagine when you're doing shift work, it's hard as hell. So more props to you for still smashing out. I'm 16. I want to be able to play football in college. I'm entering my final year of high school, and I want to get good enough to play in college in the US, since their college football system is nice. That's awesome, bro. I've actually got a friend of mine that I went to primary, I don't know what it's called, I guess it's like, I went to school with all my life basically. He's a football coach, head coach at a US college. So that's awesome. Yeah, fitness, especially, I'm assuming you mean like soccer, football, is huge. It's kind of your fitness, cardio fitness is huge. So definitely focus on your cardio. My brother actually was a professional soccer player. Drive man. Hey brother, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Try it, guy. Are you gonna do a video about how to increase testosterone? I wasn't planning on it. Is it something you want? I guess if there's enough sort of want for it, I can certainly look into doing something like that. It is something that I've honestly thought about, sort of testosterone, especially as you get older. And there's different kind of vitamins you can use. Honestly, the biggest part of increasing testosterone I just found is exercising. When I exercise, I just feel like I have more testosterone. I have everything that I need more of when I'm fit and healthy. Speaking about vid games, should I like live my life like a teenager and live life, or should I focus on working out, getting a job and stuff? Honestly, brother, it's whatever you want to do, really. What are your goals in life? I can't lie that I absolutely played plenty of video games when I was younger. I don't do it anymore. What do you want? What do you want out of life, I guess? How soon do you want it? It's definitely a good thing to be focused and driven, but also you don't want to miss out on living life. I've gone out and partied, gone on lads' holidays, I've done all that sort of stuff, and now I'm fully over it. Like, none of that stuff interests me whatsoever, and I'm just fully focused on trying to provide for my family, and I just want to spend as much time as I can with my kids while I can, if I'm honest. What's your job? I've got an office job, mate. I work as a customer account manager, basically, at a manufacturing company. Recently, I've come across many videos on YouTube where they say that tap water and plastic bottles contain chemicals that can decrease testosterone. Absolutely, Metianga. Plastic water bottles, I would say, is definitely something that, if you can, stay away from. I try to avoid all plastic bottles, reusable plastic. But to be fair, the bottle that I use on my mountain bike is a bottle I drink water from at work, which I should probably stop, to be fair. Is a plastic bottle, obviously, because it fits in the bottle holder. But other than that, I either drink from glass or stainless steel. So yeah, try and avoid plastic. Tap water, I'm not convinced that it's that bad for you. It's certainly better than drinking probably whatever fizzy drinks you can think of. I guess it depends where you live and how they treat the water. Like, for example, there's many cities in Europe where, like in Italy, I think in Rome, where they have free running water in the streets that's got loads of minerals and stuff in it that's really good for you. Have you ever thought about doing a multiple day fast? If not, I recommend you look into it. It has some great benefits. Just don't forget to take electrolytes when doing it. Could be a great video. Yes, Richard, I have done a 4-day fast before. Camera's over there. 4-day fast, and funnily enough, I did record it, but I never released the video. I don't know why. I guess I just wasn't confident enough. So yeah, I did a 4-day fast. happy to do one again if people are interested. It's something that I plan to do on my own anyway again in the future, because it's supposed to be, like you say, incredibly beneficial in terms of like disease control, in terms of inflammation. I'm very ambitious, man. I really want to provide more for myself and my family. That's awesome, but I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on life if I go for hard mode. It's a balance, isn't it, brother? I guess that's something you got to learn about yourself. You got to learn about life. Is finding that balance. If you're driven, then I would say focus more on, providing for yourself and your family, but also be aware that you want to live life. So, go and have your fun. Go camping with your friends. Go out with your friends. But know when they're 5-6 bottles deep, look at them and still have a good time, but you can also use that as fuel. Like, look at these motherfuckers drinking 6-7 bottles deep. I'm gonna have a hangover. That's not me. I'm not gonna have a hangover. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna build a foundation, whatever. Just don't go too hard in either direction, I guess. Try and find a nice middle ground, but also aim towards more probably building a foundation for yourself in life. In the US, it contains a lot of chemicals like fluoride. I don't know if here in Italy it's bad in the US. Yeah, I'm not from Italy, if that's what you mean, but yeah. I guess some places can be bad, but I think you can get I don't know what the answer is for you, mate. Try and buy bottled glass water if you can, or get a filter system. I know I've seen some videos of people buying like filter systems for the house for their tap water. I know that's an option, but I guess obviously that can be expensive. It depends how willing you are to pay money. Like I say, it's probably still better than drinking fizzy drinks. I just came across your video. How might I get started? Because I'm trying to lose weight to get into the military. What video have you just watched, mate? I've got a few different videos about sort of training for military exercises or military kind of, what do you call it, like entrance exams. And I've also got weight loss videos. I've also got, when I started my running journey. So go watch any of those. And I started by basically setting myself a goal to run every day. And it's just kind of snowballed from there. Zoom 51, camping and bush crafting survival. That's not a weird hobby at all, mate. I've watched lots of camping videos, lots of survival videos, those videos where people build their own shelters in the woods. I've watched those. I've watched silent camping videos on YouTube. It's not a weird thing at all. I love camping. We try to go as a family often, although we haven't gone for a long time. We were due to go a couple of weeks ago, but my kids were ill, so we ended up not going. But I love camping. It's definitely not a weird hobby, brother. It's probably one of the best hobbies you can actually have, because being able to survive is just an awesome thing to have. Tacos versus burritos. Do you know what? I don't know, that's a hard one. Probably tacos, to be fair. simply because I've never had a burrito that really blew my mind. It's always just like way too much rice. I'm not really into all that rice. So I would say tacos. You see, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that. I only have friends that don't do so too. So, well, that's awesome. That's an awesome problem to have. Is none of your friends are into that. It's really just, I don't know. I can't say it's a waste of time because it's given me certain experiences, but it's also kind of not important. So I don't smoke, never have smoked. Um, Obviously, I tried it as a kid, but hated it immediately. Um, so, fair enough, brother. It seems like you got your priorities straight, especially at 17. Just keep doing what you're doing, and it sounds like you are going to be very successful, bro. I've been considering buying a bow and practicing short practice when I'm bored at home. Yeah, that's awesome. You think there will be no problems in doing it at my home? I have no idea, as long as you don't hit no one with it. I ain't saying, yeah, then getting in trouble because you end up firing it at someone. Yeah, just be careful with stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, why the hell not? It's something a lot of people have that kind of hobby, and I know Joe Rogan loves bow uh, bow shooting. To be fair, it's something I've looked into myself. I would love to be able to do it. Archery, I guess it's called, isn't it? Archery. I would love to do that myself as well. Anyone that is interested, I have burned 2,093 calories today now. This session has been 2 hours and 2 minutes. 902 active calories, 1,155 total calories. Yeah, Joe Rogan is awesome. I also, on top of it, if I'm not listening to David Goggins' audiobook at work, I'm probably listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. I've quite possibly listened to every single Joe Rogan podcast that is available. Fun fact, before I started getting into David Goggins' books, Spotify said that I was a top five listener or top 5 fan of Joe Rogan podcast, which out of the millions of people, I feel like is a pretty good effort. I'm not so much anymore because I listen to David's books so much. I'm 5'10", 90 kg. I want to lose like 20 kg. That's a lot to lose, brother. How much would it take, do you think? It's going to take a lot. 5'10", I'm 6'2", and I'm, like 93. You can't be in much bad shape. You must be in like fairly decent shape. 20 kg, you're going to be like all kinds of sucked up. I feel like at 5'10", an ideal weight might be like 80 kg, 85 kg. I feel like you're going to be good. You might only need to lose like 5 kg, bro. 20 kg is a lot. But I guess it depends what you want to do. Do you want to be a long distance runner? Then maybe you do need to lose 20 kg to be, well, maybe not even a long distance runner, but like a marathon runner. Those guys are super light. It's going to take a lot though to lose an extra 20 kg. Obviously, I can't see what you look like. Now that's great, but how tall are you, and how much do you currently weigh, if you don't mind me asking? Are you talking to that, brother? My birthday, I'm considering either getting an Apple Watch or stationary bike, but I already own a treadmill. What would you recommend? My goal is to lose weight and get fit for football. For football, I don't know. I'm kind of a big fan now of running outside. I guess it depends on how your joints are. I'm assuming if you want to play football, your joints are fairly decent. So I would maybe consider trading your treadmill for a spin bike if you want to be able to work out at home, using the streets as your running sort of tool, and getting the Apple Watch. But it depends, because I guess having a treadmill can be quite beneficial as well. I don't have one, so I can't say. I've been considering calisthenics, and every kg there matters. Yeah, that's true, to be fair. Calisthenics, I don't know exactly how much those guys weigh, but they're probably pretty light, because some of the stuff I've seen them do is crazy. And I'd love to do some of those holds, and yeah, it's just insane. I tried anything between 75, I think anything between 75 and 85 for 5'10" is good. Yeah, 85, 80 kg should be good. I would just see how you go. That's your goal, mate. That's what you need to do. Is you want to just see where you are every 5 kg. So your next goal is 5 kg. So 30 days, aim for 5 kg. See where you are. See how calisthenics works for you. Speaking of Joe Rogan, got another diet video idea. I might try carnivore diet. Would be another great video. Yeah, I mean, other than eating fruit, which is, to be honest, I was kind of doing the carnivore diet. You know, I was just eating fish and chicken. I went off steaks for a long time. I don't know why. Sometimes you just have a dodgy steak and then you just don't really like it anymore, at least for me. But yeah, the carnivore diet is what I was doing, and the reason I started adding fruit for extra energy is because Joe Rogan suggested it. Have you considered doing plyometrics for workouts? I honestly don't know what plyometrics are. I've heard of the word. I don't actually know what plyometrics are. When you plan finishing the stream, that's a good timing, bro. I'm probably going to finish in 5 minutes. So as soon as it hits midnight here for me, essentially, it's 1 a.m. in Poland. Yeah, bro, we're both gonna struggle in the morning. Thank you for joining me, though, man. That means a lot, especially if it's 1 a.m. You've been around quite a while as well, so I really appreciate it. You plan on streaming like this more often? I love the way you address questions and how conversation it feels. Absolutely. I don't know how many times a week, but for now, a Sunday feels pretty good. Mainly because, like I was saying, my partner's at work, and it's just easier for me to do it. But if there's demand for it, we can definitely do this more often. And like I was saying, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to set up a Discord. Nearly dropped my TV controller. I'm going to set up a Discord where we can do this sort of thing more often. I'm waiting for your new stream and videos. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you massively. Thank you for interacting. It's 1 a.m. for me here in Italy as well. Fair play, brothers. All out here. Hope you sleep well. Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun for me. Honestly, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I was nervous, to be fair, to do my first live stream, but I feel like it's gone pretty well, and it's all because of you guys. You've made it very easy for me, and I cannot say thank you enough for making it so easy and making it so chill. How does that bike work? This bike, it's kind of like backwards to a normal bicycle, in that there's a big I don't know what, this is the drivetrain here essentially, and it goes that way rather than going backwards to the back bike. So the drivetrain goes forward, and obviously there's one gear, and there's this thing here that has this I guess like a kind of like a sponge, but not a sponge, I don't know what it's called, like felt. So when you twist it, it pushes into the wheel more, makes it harder to spin. So the chain is inside on this side though, not this side. The chain is on this side and goes to that wheel, if that makes sense. Oh no. I think the cameras gave up. I don't know I guess you can probably still hear me. The camera gave up, but we're there anyway. Even the camera fell asleep. So I guess, guys, we'll leave it there if you can still hear me. Honestly, thank you so much. So much for joining. Let me see if I can get the camera on real quick as we end. I don't know why it's off. I'm assuming. I think it might be the battery or something, or it just died. There we go. We're back. So, thank you everyone for watching. I also really enjoyed it. Thank you, guys. It's been good. When's the next stream? Let's say next Sunday for now. And if it changes, probably around the same time, like 10 o'clock, something like that. I'll be able to watch always there, because I will end up watching you do the hard work instead of doing it myself. Well, that's why we can do it together. The camera's died again. Yeah, that's why we'll be able to do it together. So we'll call it there. Thank you again. And the camera's done this time. Peace. See you next Sunday.